Many believers live with a quiet frustration they rarely say out loud. They love God, they believe the gospel, yet they still wrestle with reactions, patterns, and inner struggles that don't feel very Christ-like. Anger that rises too fast, anxiety that refuses to settle, thoughts that spiral, habits that feel stronger than willpower. And over time, a question forms beneath the surface. Why hasn't this changed yet? Christianity was never meant to be behavior management. It was never about trying harder to imitate Jesus. It's always been about something far deeper, Christ being formed within you. That kind of transformation doesn't rush. It doesn't polish the outside while ignoring the inside. It works quietly, deeply, patiently, right in the places you've been struggling with the most. The same Spirit who radically transformed a man once known for destruction is still at work today. Can you imagine breathing threats and murder one day, then becoming an apostle of grace the next? That was Saul of Tarsus, violently committed to destroying the very people God was calling him to serve. But then, Damascus Road happened, blinding light, a voice that shook his reality, 3 days of darkness where everything he knew collapsed. Then Ananias laid hands on him. Something far more profound than physical sight returned. Christ himself began to take shape inside this man. The rage that fueled his persecution became passion for the gospel. The pride that made him a Pharisee became humility that called himself chief of sinners. That wasn't behavior modification. That was Christ being formed in Paul, replacing Saul's nature with his own. Years later, Paul wrote to Galatians, "My dear children, for whom I am again in the pains of childbirth until Christ is formed in you." Galatians 4:19. Notice that language, childbirth? Christ must not just be believed about. He must be formed within you. This is the secret most believers miss. Here's what you need to understand. Christianity isn't about trying to act like Jesus. It's about Christ actually taking shape inside of you so life flows through your personality, reactions, decisions, and emotions. And we all who with unveiled faces contemplate the Lord's glory are being transformed into His image with ever-increasing glory. 2 Corinthians 3:18. But let's get real about where you might be today. Maybe you're battling anger that erupts at your spouse or children, or anxiety that spirals your mind into worst-case scenarios. You might be carrying bitterness that you can't release, wrestling with pride that won't admit fault, or fighting an addiction in your own strength. Perhaps your worth is still tied to performance, and you're exhausted from trying to earn what Christ already gave you. Here's the revelation you need today. Christ must be formed in those exact places, not around them, in them. So with that said, the Spirit is not fixing you like a broken project, but filling you like a vessel. Our King Jesus didn't bring us this far to abandon us now. You were called, you were chosen. You were knit together in your mother's wombs, fearfully and wonderfully made. We are called to serve. King Jesus bless you all.
I speak the name of Jesus over you.